Buena, gatita. Buena. Look like suns, huh? This is the old sawmill that I worked at when I was in high school. I would ride my bike out here when I was 12 years old in middle school, and I would sell lumber for 48 cents a board foot. And then my grandpa would get surprised because I'd come home with $200, $400, $600 in cash, because God had sent me out here to sell the lumber because I felt bad for my grandpa. Yeah, I felt bad for him, even though he was a grown man. I felt bad for him, so I came out here and I sold lumber. I'd ride my bike out in the middle of summer when it was hot, 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 and I would just stay out here and wait for customers to come. And they would come and they would deal with me and honor me just like a man, even though I was only 12 years old. I've worked hard my whole life, ever since I was born. But anyway, again, the homeless work harder than anyone. The homeless are the most hard workers of all. They have to work to get their water. They have to work to get their food. They have to work to find shelter. They have to work to survive. They have to work to breathe. They have to work to stay alive. They have to work in everything. So don't you ever call a homeless person lazy, because they're not. They work harder than you. Imagine you having to move your house every 3 days. I don't think so. You couldn't do it. All right. Anyway, so this is to go in to help you more. So say like some evil men, or you have a bad feeling that they're going to come and try and rob you because you're walking home with groceries to the rescue animals. Okay? So the devil hates the rescue animals. He hates you. He hates anything that's good or loving. And the Holy Spirit's already warned you they're going to try and murder you today. So do you go out? Yes. You do what God tells you to do. You have no fear. You just walk in perfect love. And then when they come, and they did, and they were eating their McDonald's, and they were eating it like demons. They were eating it looking at me. And then they drove by me, they parked, and they waited for me in an area where there was no one there. The Holy Spirit said, don't do what they want you to do, Raphael. You don't walk there. You go over to the tree, to the elm tree, and you wait in the shade and let the sun burn them. They won't be able to outlast you, because you honor patience more than they do. There's about 4 or 5 men in a green Suburban with Colorado plates. And anyway, I waited there. And then I casted out their demons. So they're going to try and come and attack you. So you go, in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, I bind all the evil spirits, from the lowest spirit to the chief spirit, and all the strong men. I cast them out. I bind them and cast them to the lake of fire. And I bind them and seal them there and anchor them there and chain them down there for 100,000 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion years, or however long you want. These ones were 1,000. And because they sought to rob me, we bind all their strong men and we cast them out into the lake of fire and seal them there for 1,000 years. And we rob and plunder their kingdoms for the full extent for 1,000 years. You shall reap what you sow. They sought to rob me. They're going to reap this now. The reapers are reaping. This is how you reap them.